Going to practice is not enough. What I love about our culture.
Wait. Say that again.
Going to practice with your team in those couple of hours that you have is not enough.
Easy. Like, don't think you have to be a certain type of person because you're on the phone with a college coach.
Yeah.
Just be you.
Yep.
I'm gonna say, like, all the girls are so talented. Like, you cannot like point out one. Like, every single girl on the team, off the bench, everything.
Well, I know I wanted good academics, so academics first, and they do have a good basketball program. So
What's up, y'all? It's Ashley with It's Just Different Pie. We are at She's Got Game, and I'm with,
Coach Shannon LaBeouf.
and my girl is at UCLA. When you come to events like this, what are you looking for in players?
First of all, we're always looking for our need. Like, what players do we need? What positions do we need? But when it comes to the skill, we want to make sure that they are versatile and that they have a high IQ. We look for players that are good teammates. They're very coachable. So pretty basic stuff. But the need starts first, and then it becomes the intangibles. We need the skill. We need people that are great teammates. We need coachability. We need high IQ. Just all the basic needs.
I always got to talk to the parents every time I do it.
Yes, parents.
Sometimes when we talk about support, at the end of the day, they don't know how. And
Yeah.
sometimes they do. Sometimes they just don't understand what it looks like. What should support look like from parent to kid?
The one thing I would suggest to parents, I don't have any kids. This is a suggestion,
A strong one.
A strong one. But you heard Coach Don Staley talk about it. I think Gino's talked about it too. But sometimes you have to allow your kids to fail. Like, we can't just save the kids all the time. So sometimes when they get to college, the first time they see failure is with us.
Yeah.
So then the parents think it's us, and it's like, no, they got to go through this. They haven't had hard times because we haven't allowed them to just fail and figure it out. We want to save them as parents. Every parent wants better for their child than they have for themselves.
Yep.
So sometimes we can tend to coddle a little bit more, but sometimes they just have to kind of figure it out. They got to fail. They're going to be okay. That's where the good stuff really happens, right? So I would just say let them fail a little bit, and also know that it's just not about your daughter.
Yes.
So when we're coaching, and anyone is coaching, they're looking at the entire team on the floor and not just what that one player is doing. How is that player affecting the players around them? Are they better because your daughter is on the floor? Sometimes she needs to be subbed out, and it's not necessarily something she did bad. Maybe it's something that's a better fit with another group of people on the floor. So I think just trusting the process, trusting the coaches you have put your daughter, even trusted them with.
I love that. What advice would you give to a student athlete?
The student athlete in general.
Yep.
Train, work. Going to practice is not enough. What I love about our culture.
Wait. Say that again.
Going to practice with your team in those couple of hours that you have is not enough. I mean, once you start getting into the team practice, you're working on team dynamics, you're working on plays, you're working on defenses, but there's still holes in your game that you got to work on your own. And be specific. Sometimes we want to try to work on so many things, but what have you mastered? Sometimes can you just be a really, really good shooter, and then you go on to the next thing. But sometimes we're a master, or jack of all trades, master of none. We wonder why our percentages reflect that when we're playing too. Like, you're open on that shot for a reason. Nobody's guarding you there. Like, go be great at something, but don't neglect the basics and the fundamentals. I mean, we get kids that don't necessarily know how to dribble with both hands, or if it's being able to pass. Like, passing is a lost art right now.
Yes.
Like, take the time to learn how to pass. How about play with the ball outside of your hands? Know how to move without the ball. Care about defense. I mean, last time I checked, defense still win championships with rebounding, right? But offense is sexy. I totally get it. So be sure that you're mastering something. You don't have to be great at a lot of things. You look at the pros. A lot of them are just good at a couple of things, not everything. So you can be elite by just mastering and honing in on your skills, but make sure you're spending time in the gym by yourself with the trainer, whatever it's going to be, and go full speed. I see so many kids working on stuff, have speed, and wonder why the shot is broke in the game. Like, put yourself in game-like situations. Challenge yourself mentally to develop that mental toughness. It's not just doing drills, but how do you put yourself up against time? How do you create pressure? How do you create tension? And above all things, also just be a great teammate. It's not about you. It's about the team.
I love it. Very last thing. There's a 25 right now who does not have any offers. What advice would you give to that kid?
I would honestly if there's someone you trust, find out what level you can play at. There's so many levels in basketball. You can play NAIA, Division I, Division II, mid-major, high major. If you don't have any offers, let's figure out where you fit in the most, and I would talk to people that you trust, that would be honest with you.
Yeah.
And then once you know what level that is, then see what connections your coach may have at that level. And then maybe he can reach out to that coach and get your name out there based on this coach knows that coach. We all know each other, right? So it's a matter of finding what level you could probably play at that you can be successful at, but go to someone you really, really trust to get their honest opinion about something, then help start to navigate from there, pointing in the right direction towards schools that may look at you.
Man, I love it. Coach, it's a lot of players and parents that follow this page.
Yeah.
They need to know about UCLA, as if they don't already. It's your turn to tell them anything you want them to know.
Well, there's all the outside hype around UCLA right now. We appreciate it. But the reality is we are an elite basketball program that teaches, mentors, and equips young women for life beyond UCLA. That's what we stick to. That's what we're trying to do. We want to develop women. We want to give them a transformational experience at UCLA. And in the meantime, we plan on winning a lot of basketball games. So that's who we are. That's what we're about. We love what we do. We love our kids. Our kids they're working hard. They're fighting. They're in the gym.
Yes.
We got to kick them out of the gym. It's a great culture. Thank you, Kiki Rice, for really putting us on with that culture, and people have followed suit with her. But we just want to teach, mentor, and equip. That sums up who UCLA is.
I love it. Y'all, make sure y'all follow UCLA. Keep up with them. Make sure you follow the podcast. Subscribe on YouTube. Follow on Apple, Spotify. If you ain't following the page, I don't know what you're doing.
I don't either.
Follow the page.
Follow her page.
It's just different pod. And I got Regis Jesuit, because I done messed that up twice, with me. And who I got with me?
Ileana Green.
And Jane Rumpf.
What have y'all enjoyed the most about this event?
Probably we got a lot of time together, so we got to spend time together, do fun stuff, play good games. Yeah.
What's the difference from, I would say, Colorado basketball and Texas basketball?
Very different. I've noticed the schools are very different, as well as the competition is very high.
What makes a great coach?
Probably just someone who believes in us as a team and as individuals, and just knows how to make each and every one of us better.
Love that. What makes a great teammate?
People who get the best out of you, and people who make you laugh.
Okay. It's a lot of, what class are you? Senior. Are you committed anywhere?
Yes.
Where are you committed to?
Colorado College.
Colorado College and
University of Wyoming.
Why did you guys choose the school that you're going to?
Well, I know I wanted good academics, so academics first, and they do have a good basketball program, so I'm excited for that.
There you go.
It just felt the most right.
Yeah.
When I went and visited the coaches, it just felt like home to me.
Okay. I was going to say, so normally during this, I have the players talk about themselves to the schools, but y'all already committed. So our very last thing, I would love for y'all to give advice to a young student athlete looking to get recruited.
Probably just work on yourself, be confident in yourself, and while doing that, be able to be a good teammate as well.
Love it.
Yes, be the best teammate you can be. Learn how to bring the best out of your teammates, and just be very positive on and off the court.
I love it.
Australia's in the house.
And I'm with
Abby,
Lily.
Freya Bycock.
Liv.
What have y'all enjoyed the most about being here?
I'm going to say, all the girls are so talented. You cannot, point out one. Every single girl on the team, off the bench and everything, they're all so good. So, yeah, that's probably my bit.
What makes a great coach?
I think a coach who believes in us even through the tough game and knows our strengths and weaknesses as a team.
That's good. What is the difference in style of play from Australia and here?
Well, over here it's definitely much slower, as in Australia we play with the shot clock. So, and then also the rules, FIBA rules, and obviously whatever rules we play here in Australia with.
What makes a great teammate?
I think someone that hypes you up. A good teammate is both on and off the court.
I love y'all answers. Now, it's a lot of college coaches that follow this page. They need to know about y'all. I'm going to go first, and y'all going to go after me, okay? My name is Ashley Roberts, class of 2027, and I'm the best shooter in Texas. If y'all are looking for a shooter, come find me. Not only can I shoot, I'm smart, I'm funny, and I get good grades. But I know y'all need a shooter. I'm your girl. Ashley Roberts, class of 2026 or 7. Who going first?
I bet. Freya Bycock, class of 2026. I play 1 through 4. shoot, I can get the ring, physicality's there, and I'm a really good teammate. I'll hype you up on your good and bad days. Yeah, and I'm smart, 3.8 GPA right now.
Okay. I'm Olivia Johnson. I'm a stretch 5, so I can play 3 through 5. I'd say I'm a really good teammate. I love getting around my girls, and I love playing a tough game. You know, a tough game brings out the best in each player, so I love challenging myself and challenging my teammates. I'm class of 26 as well.
I love it.
I'm Lily Exton, class of 2027. I'm a power forward, so 4 and 5. Definitely love physicality, love to crash the board.
Hi, I'm Abby McGregor. I'm a 3&D guard. I'm just looking for like a new opportunity to explore new things. I love my shot and I love being a good teammate.
Tulane is in the building. Who
Yes,
am I
ma'am.
with?
Joe Silvestri.
When you come to events like this, what are you looking for in kids?
Well, we're obviously looking for a basketball fit. Do they fit with what we're doing offensively, defensively, from a basketball scheme? But of course, you're looking for good teammates. We're trying to build. We're in year 1, looking for some culture kids, making sure that they can respond to coaching well, handle adversity well. Good. Are you a good teammate? All of those things.
What makes a great kid to coach?
Joy. We talk about joy a lot in our program, and you're going to go through ups and downs throughout the season, personally, academically, obviously basketball-wise, but can you show up every day and have joy in what you're doing? And I think when kids can do that, you can definitely do it as a coach.
Every time I do an interview, I got to talk to these parents. Sometimes I feel like they try to support and they don't do a good job. Sometimes they do, and sometimes they just don't know how. What does or what should support look like from parent to kid?
That's a great question. I'm a parent as well. Obviously, my son doesn't play, so it's a little bit different. But, when you're evaluating that stuff, it's just consistent support of your kid. I think one thing for coaches is knowing what the coach's kind of philosophy is a little bit too.
Yeah.
You're going to have differing opinions a lot, maybe, of your coaching staff, but making sure that you have their back as well, and you're kind of preaching a similar message of your coach. And there's a way to do that, right, as a parent. There's a way to support your kid as a parent, but then also support your kid the way a coach might as well.
Right.
And being truthful and honest with them as well, but also, loving on them. And at the end of the day, it's not always about results,
I love that.
from a parent's perspective.
Yeah, that's a good answer. What advice would you give to a young student athlete looking to get recruited?
That's a good question. Transparency is huge. I know we preach a lot as a coaching staff, but just in the recruiting process, just be transparent.
Yeah.
What you're looking for, be honest. Hey, I want to stay close to home, but you're talking to a school that's across the country.
Yep.
So we've been on both ends of those, but I
Yeah.
think always transparency, being honest in that process. And then just being you.
Yeah.
You got to be you. I know as a coaching staff, and I'll speak for myself, I'm just who I am all
Yeah.
the time.
Yeah.
On the phone, in person. And when you can connect with somebody on a real level, I think that makes it easy. Don't think you have to be a certain type of person because you're on the phone with a college coach.
Yeah.
Just be you.
Yep. Very last question. There is a 2025
Okay.
who does not have an offer or who has not decided on a school. What advice would you give to that athlete?
Good question again. Just stay consistent, reach out, find your circle. Don't be afraid to shoot emails. I know a lot of coaches say, hey, it's a lot of emails. Sometimes we don't read them. DMs are huge. We're looking at 25s right now.
Yeah.
And actually had a college coach reach out to me about one that I hadn't seen. And that's kind of why I'm here a little bit today,
Yeah.
to see her. So find your circle, let your coaches reach out. Don't be afraid to get told no. I
Yeah.
know that's a lot too. It's hard to hear no, but yeah, be consistent in your pursuit of what you want.
I love it. It's a lot of parents and players that follow this page. They need to know about Tulane as if they don't already.
Yeah.
It's your turn to tell them anything you want them to know.
Tulane University. We like to call ourselves the Ivy League of the South. Great. New Orleans is great. High academics. Obviously, New Orleans is a great city in general. If you like seafood, you like culture, you like music, we're the place to be. Great coaching staff, genuine, authentic, gonna love you, gonna push you, gonna challenge you. Come roll wave.
I love it. Make sure y'all keep up with Tulane. Make sure you follow the podcast. Subscribe on YouTube. Follow on Apple, Spotify. If you're not following the page, I don't know what you're doing at this point. Follow the page. It's just different pod.